Hello everybody and welcome. Today's video, as promised, is going to be a follow-up to the last one, which was the Audi TT Mk1 versus the Volkswagen Beetle Turbo S. So in this video, like I said, we will be actually taking these cars out on the road, driving them, and highlighting the differences there. It's a bit of a windy day. Let's go ahead and get started and talk about the differences and similarities. So starting with the Audi. Okay, well, hi everybody. So starting out here in the TT, just on some neighborhood roads. First thing I can tell you already is that my camera is not gonna stay there. Anyways, that's not what I wanted to say. So the thing I like about this car is just how connected you feel to the road, to the car, and really it just offers what the Beetle cannot. You know, that one isn't designed to be a sports car. It's just designed to be, I really apologize for this, a somewhat, fast, just normal old car. But this one was designed from the beginning to be a sportier car. So with that being said, the ride quality definitely is more, harsh. The suspension is definitely firmer. I'd say, in this car, going over speed bumps at 15 is probably ideal. In the Beetle, to achieve that same level of smoothness, you can go over at like 25 and it's fine. But that one just has a lot softer suspension, Anyways, the steering on this car has a little bit more weight to it, I'd say, than the Beetle. It's a little, steering wheel, it's a little harder to turn, and I have some sort of speed warning, just ignore that. Wheels feels a little stiffer, not too much. Also, the steering wheel itself I like because it's thicker. It feels more substantial. In the Beetle, we have a steering wheel cover on it, but it still doesn't feel great. The other thing I like is the shifter in this car. It's again a lot stiffer, firmer, and a lot shorter throws. Like I said, everything in that Beetle is just mushy and even like the clutch pedal, the gas pedal, feel like they require a little more pressure to press, and I didn't really have a better way to do this, so that's why I made it. Okay. That might work slightly better, I don't know. Finally, I'd say, the cornering, or just the handling in general in this car, is miles ahead of the other one. And thanks to the all-wheel drive, cornering is a lot better. You can take turns at much higher speeds. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Yeah, so you can turn at much higher speeds and not have any sort of loss of traction. Just, cornering in general is more fun. Handles just better. Going around roundabouts, you can do faster. And it feels great. There's really not many times where it loses traction. So I like that. Now, I guess we'll go into a more main road here. Like I said, the speed of these two vehicles, like 0 to 60, is fairly similar. So it's not much of a difference there, but the TT is just so much better to drive. So I'm gonna just turn left here. Okay, I'm just gonna put this where it's not gonna fall, even though I know it's a horrible angle. So just coming out of this turn here and back in first. That was goes up to about 55. You know, I'm not the best at this. I'm not a race car driver, but just bear that in mind. It's not bad, and it's fun, and it's just a blast. And so again, here, this is third gear, but yeah, definitely the sounds. When we get in the Beetle, I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but that one is definitely a much quieter engine, although some of the modifications that have been done to it just enhance the sound of the wastegate, so you'll hear a lot more blowout and turbo flutter in that one. This one, obviously there's nothing done to it, but if you put an aftermarket air intake on it, I might look into doing that and then comparing them then. But I have taken the air filter just off of this one before, and it still sound. I mean, yeah, it increases the sounds, but you never really get too much of a flutter in this car. It's very rare that you ever hear that. Like I said, this engine, like they're the same engine block, but this one definitely it sounds a lot more. It's a lot louder. Neither of them sound like big engines, obviously. They're 1.8 liters. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can't really say which one is more, you know, quote, fun, because they both have good and bad things about them. This one, I was going to say, this one definitely has more of a turbo lag. It might just be because it has a bigger turbo on it than the Beetle. I don't really know, but neither of them are horrible. It just depends again on how you drive it. But just going normally, this one, yeah, it lags from the beginning. So yeah, I'm gonna come back here and we will get in the Beetle and make some comparisons. Okay, rolling up here. This car's name, by the way, this is Noir, which obviously means black in Spanish, or not Spanish, sorry, French. Okay, now coming in this interior. So you can already hear it's much quieter, has more of a kind of humming noise, I don't know. Okay, so this car, I really have even less options where I can place a camera. So I'll just have to go with this again. I'll just go the same route I did before. Okay, so already I can tell it doesn't feel like a driver's car. The seating position I don't like. Feels too high up, I guess. And at the same time, the roof is so far from your head. Like, this car seriously has more head clearance than anything else I've ever seen. But it just doesn't have that like closed-in feeling that a sports car would have. Although I do still like having the sunroof. It's pretty fun. Something I'd like to have in the TT, but at the same time, the closed-in feeling is cool too. So like I said, the steering is a lot mushier. Steering feels really light, and all the pedals feel easier to press, and the gear shifter is, I don't want to say awful, but it's long throws and it's not very firm. I don't know what the best way is because it's so windy. I don't know how you're gonna hear how funny this car sounds. But yeah, bumps are nothing to this car. So I don't know if you can hear, but definitely a massive amount of turbo flutter. And again, I really don't think this is how the car would have sounded out of the factory. But yeah, it just feels a lot squidgier. So if you let off the gas quickly, you get the and if you do it more gradually, then you get that flutter sound, which I think is really cool. And this engine really has kind of a deep growl to it. but it still sounds less. It just doesn't. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't sound as, you know, powerful, even though it's not supposed to. But so it just feels very, you know, easy. It's not really very inspiring to drive. But yeah, I guess some people might like this better. Like I said, there's good and bad things to both. This one, you can go over bumps a lot faster. Again, like I said, there's less turbo lag, but at the same time, it's not gonna get you any faster to 60. I do just love the flutter sound, so I'll try to do it again here. See, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Just slow down now. There we go. So, yeah, about that sun. Try to just casually put to my arm here. So now we're coming up on the road, main road again, so I will hit it. We'll see how it does. It's, again, coming out of corners, trying to accelerate. It's not gonna like that. Even sometimes in a straight line, trying to just floor it, it doesn't like it. The traction just can't keep up, because like obviously it's not all-wheel drive, so the rear wheels can't keep up with the front wheels, and it just kind of ruins the whole thing. Now, another thing about this one that I mentioned is that it has a roof spoiler that pops up and down, and it goes up when you hit 45, but it's been disconnected because it's just kind of annoying. So we're gonna turn here, and then we're gonna. So now actually trying that again, the turbo lag seemed honestly similar to the TT. I might have just been wrong about that. They might be more on par, but I think what it is, this one kind of feels more responsive when you're already going and then you want to accelerate more. That's where this one kind of, I found, is just doesn't lag behind. So I'm gonna go to 4th gear and we'll just coast for a while. But then when you want to go faster, it's a lot more instant, I'd say. Another thing, you probably can't hear it, but the wind noise in this car is definitely more noticeable than the TT. There's a lot more wind noise, and that's just how it is, I guess. What else am I missing? Like I said, steering feels mushy, but you do. And cornering, again, just because it's not all-wheel drive, just not, you can't go as hard. But again, this is not meant to be a driver's car. It's just supposed to be like a fun car for people that don't care about any of that stuff. For me, the TT is just a lot better. It's a lot more, you know, sportier, a lot more inspiring to drive, I'd say. Again, this is more of a comfortable car, but at the same time, it doesn't, like, I guess it's just because it's not a luxury car either, like the TT. It's not as comfortable inside. So it just feels very like it's this tiny car, but at the same time, it's just such a huge cabin. I'd say I like the TT better. So if you think about it, so this one is more comfortable to drive, but it's not as comfortable being, well, you get the point. But the TT is less comfortable on the road, but it's more comfortable inside. They both have heated seats, and that helps. But this one, I feel a lot with the climate control. It's just, it's not automatic, obviously, but I don't know. I don't like it because I'm driving and one of my hands is burning hot and the other one is freezing cold. I like the TT's auto climate control because it distributes the heat or air conditioning a lot more evenly. Okay, so coming back here, like I said, obviously, they're both similar in actual speed performance in that way. But yeah, I was surprised. I thought this one had less turbo lag. Maybe it does. I don't know. But either one is nothing horrible, unless you screw it up sometimes, like I do quite frequently, and I just kind of don't do things right, and then turbo lag, and then the car just doesn't go. Anyways, they're both just nice, fun, stick shift little European cars. So I think, try to shut this off. 2003 Volkswagen Beetle Turbo S. As you can see, I washed it. This one I still have not, but this is the 2001 Audi TT, and this is the part 2 out of 2 in the series of comparing them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more fun stuff like this in the future. Peace.